I'm Rebecca with YourSports. We're here today at the Gable Reese Rotary Pool talking to members of the Blenheim Blast Swim team. And today we are talking about type 1 diabetes and athletes. I'm here today with Hannah Davey, who is a mom of a swimmer for the Blenheim Blast. We're going to talk about some of the challenges and highlights of Hannah's swimming career so far. So Sarah, tell me, when did you discover that Hannah had type 1 diabetes?
We discovered it was August 7th of 2015.
Okay, and what were the circumstances around that?
Well, we were camping, and she was feeling sick the one day, and it's normal for kids to feel, a little bit sick. And the second day, she was feeling a bit better, but not bouncing back. And then the next day and the next. So we just noticed a few days she just didn't seem to be feeling well. And I was just noticing that she just had no energy, and just something seemed alarming to me. So I mentioned it to my husband that I was noticing just that she didn't seem to be feeling well. And then he started paying attention to her symptoms, and then decided that he thought she had type 1 diabetes and brought her into the hospital, and that's when she was diagnosed.
So when Hannah came to you and said she wanted to try swimming, what was your reaction?
I was nervous at first, but with type 1 diabetes, there's no reason why any child can't do anything they want to do. So I just knew we needed to figure out a way to make it happen.
So what does that look like for you at a practice or at a competition?
It's just a matter of me as the parent making sure that she's checked her blood sugar before she gets in the water. And then reminding her throughout her practice to check herself to make sure that her blood sugar is staying at a safe level. It involves just sitting out for a minute sometimes and taking a bit of sugar to bring blood sugar up. And so Hannah has said before, when I'm here at swim practices, it just helps her feel like she can just forget about diabetes for a little while and just swim like a kid, because she knows I've got her back and I'm monitoring that for her. As a parent, it can be a heavy burden sometimes. You just want your kid to just be normal, to be able to feel like a normal kid and not carry such a burden on themselves. So as much as possible, I try to carry that for her, just to make swimming and any activity more fun for her.
You heard it here. Type 1 diabetes isn't going to keep Hannah down. We'll be talking to her in a few minutes. You're going to want to watch her this season.
Well, Hannah really takes care of herself in many ways. Of course, we're aware of her situation with the diabetes, but she tests herself regularly throughout practice. She's just like any other kid. She goes out there, she listens, she works hard. She's a very aggressive young girl in the pool. She takes no for an answer, so she trains as hard as any of the kids her age in the pool. And she monitors things herself. She might every once in a while just say, "Hey, Coach Bob, I need 2 minutes." And she'll check things out. If she needs to make any adjustments, grab something to eat or drink, she has the green light just to take care of that herself. But she's a joy to coach.
Hannah, tell me, when did you discover your love for swimming?
I've always loved swimming, but I don't know. I just decided that I wanted to actually competitively swim because I wanted to make new friends and swim more often, because usually I only swim in the summers when I go away camping, but I never really swim that much in the year.
So how many times a week are you at the pool now?
4.
4 times a week. What made you decide that you wanted to compete?
Well, I didn't really want to compete at first because I was really competitive, but not in a very good way. I was always scared of losing, but then I came to my first meet. I did pretty good, but I was still really scared after that, and then I went to my second one, and I felt a lot better at that one.
So really it's just about continuing and keeping on doing what scares you, right?
Yeah.
So what is one of your major challenges with swimming and having type 1 diabetes?
Well, it's kind of a challenge because I need to stay on top of everything, make sure I'm checking myself enough, but sometimes I start to feel like my blood sugar is going all crazy when it's normal, because I'm just starting to get really tired. My goal is to try to get to a higher level,
And how do you do that?
By coming to all the practices and trying my best.
I'm Rebecca with YourSports. To get your team featured next, contact us today.